everybody, Marla Sarris from Paleo Porn here. On this week in Paleo Porn, we're going to talk about how I kept active this week, 3 new recipes on Paleo Porn, and an event in 2 days. Let's get to it! So this week I went to a boxing gym in our local town, and I wanted to take all the classes. They were having a free week, and so I went every day I could, and I did a kickboxing class, and they had a whole bunch of heavy bags, and I had taken kickboxing before, so I knew how to jab, punch, hook, uppercut, kick, all the different things, but I haven't done it in a really long time. So it was really exciting to go back and take another kickboxing class in an actual boxing gym. And I tried TRX for the first time. It's where you have like the straps that hang from the ceiling and you stick your feet in and you do all sorts of different movements, push-ups, planks, all with your feet in the bands. And it was really hard, and I was sweating bullets, and it was really fun though. So we went to Jeff's parents' house, picked up his heavy bag from when he was little, or not little, when he had one in the basement, and we brought it here. So now I've been doing some kickboxing here at the house, and it's been awesome. The second thing I did in terms of fitness and keeping active is we took our stand-up paddleboard out for the first time. It's my new board, and I hadn't gotten to use it since we got it, and this week has been like the last week of summer before the cold weather has swept in. So we went down to Lake Michigan, and we had the skyline in the background, and I went on the huge waves, and then we took it out. I took it out further, and it got a little more calm, and we took it down to the south side by where Obama lives, and by 57th Street Beach, and it was really awesome, and I had a good time on my board, and I can't wait to be able to take it out again. So that's how I kept active this week, and let's do some recipes. So there's 3 new recipes on Paleo Porn. The first one is warm fig and pear in a bowl. So previously I had done apple pie in a bowl, and I've done a whole different variety of that, and we really love it. And so I don't like crusts very much, and I like desserts where I can actually whip together very quickly and then have it in my mouth as soon as possible. So with the warm fig and pear dessert, I went along the same lines as my apple pie in a bowl, and we made it when we were in Missoula visiting my sister, and we had some people over, and so we just all enjoyed that as a dessert for lunch. And it was really quick to make and really quick from chopping to in my mouth, num num num. The second and third recipe I have are actually ground beef recipes, and I know I've mentioned in the past I'm not a huge fan, so I didn't even realize that I had 2 ground beef recipes out until I came to tell you all about what was on Paleo Porn this week. So the first one is Brussels sprouts and ground beef, and I made this stir-fry-ish dish when we were in Redondo Beach. So when we travel, we always get a place that has a kitchen, and so I always cook up something new or something quick while we're away. And this was one of the recipes I made when we were in Redondo Beach in January. And the second ground beef recipe I have is ground beef Paleo Damas. And I've always seen those little round, grape leaf stuffed turds they look like, but they're not. They're grape leaf stuffed with a bunch of little good stuff, and you see them like at the hot food bar at Whole Foods or at a Greek restaurant, and I've always wanted to make them, but I never had the chance to really dig into it and figure it out. And it's not really that hard, except it's really difficult to get grape leaves out of a glass jar, so just be aware of that. But that recipe turned out really great, and I made it again when we were in Missoula. So this is like a travel episode, everything I made when we were away from home. The last thing this week I have on this week for this week in Paleo Porn is we're doing a Fed Up movie night. So this movie came out a while back, and it's now available on iTunes, And Jeff and I didn't get to see it in theaters, but we thought, hey, it would be awesome to invite some people over and have a Paleo Chicago meetup. And so we are hosting a Paleo Porn movie night to watch Fed Up on Thursday at 6:30. And if you're in the Chicagoland area, feel free to send me an email and come and stop on by. We are having savory treats because Fed Up is about all the sugar that's found in all the food when you look at it, and processed food and regular food, that when you go and see it at the store or in restaurants or whatever, how much sugar is involved. And that's about it for this week in Paleo Porn. I've got some really good recipes coming next week, and I can't wait for you to check it out. So, I'll see you next week. Nom 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 nom.
Okay, you're good whenever.
Okay.